So, welcome back everyone. Let's continue our question answer which we were solving in our last class, and we are going to continue the same. We were on question number 56 till 55 we have already done. So this is question number 56. Let's start. Question number 56 says mandamus may be wait. Question number 56 says mandamus may be issued by Supreme Court, option B High Court, option C District Court, option D both A and B. Its right answer is option D, that is both Supreme Court as well as High Court can issue mandamus. So basically, if we see mandamus is a writ issued by High Court or Supreme Court to compel a lower authority or public official to perform their mandatory duty. And district court do not have the power to issue writs. So if we see Article 32, so from that on basis of that Supreme Court can issue mandamus, and on basis of Article 226 High Court can issue mandamus. Mandamus is a writ. We have five type of writs, so mandamus is also a writ of habeas corpus mandamus to compel a lower authority or public official to perform their mandatory duty. Question number 57. The provision for administration tribunals is added by the provision for administration tribunal is added by 42nd Amendment, 44th Amendment, 24th Amendment and 43rd Amendment. Its right option is option A, that is 42nd Amendment. The 42nd Constitutional Amendment, which came in 1976, introduced Article 323A, which allowed the formation of administrative tribunals for resolving disputes related to public service. 44th, if we see 44th Amendment, it reversed some changes made by the 42nd Amendment but did not add tribunals. If we see 24th Amendment, made amendments related to the power of Parliament to amend the Constitution. If we see 43rd Amendment, partially reversed the 42nd Amendment but did not introduce tribunals. So its right answer is option A, that is 42nd Amendment. Question number 58. The provision relating to free legal aid is given under under section 301, 304, 303, 305. Its right answer is option B, that is 304. So 304 of CRPC mandates the provision of free legal aid to an accused who cannot afford a lawyer. If we see 301 of CRPC, it deals with appearance by a private person in court proceedings. 303 talks about the right of an accused to be defended by a lawyer of their choice, and 305 deals with proceedings against corporations. Its right option is option B, which mandates the free legal aid to an accused who cannot afford a lawyer. Question number 59. Under which one of the following provisions of CRPC, police officer is under an obligation to produce the person under which one of the following provisions of CRPC, police officer is under an obligation to produce the person arrested before a magistrate within 24 hours of the arrest? Options we have section 56, section 57, section 60, section 70. Its right option is option A, that is section 56. So section 56 of CRPC mandates that a person arrested without a warrant must be produced before a magistrate within 24 hours. Section 57 um, is similar to Section 56, but specifies that the arrested person cannot be detained for more than 24 hours without the magistrate's permission. Section 60 deals with arrest by private person and handing them over to the police, and Section 70 relates to warrants of arrest. So its right answer is option A, that is Section 56. Question 60. Who may record confessional statement under section 164 of CRPC? Who may record confessional statement under section 164 of CRPC? Option A, police officer. Option B, a judicial officer. Option C, both A and B. Option D, judicial magistrate having jurisdiction only. Its right option is option D, that is judicial magistrate having jurisdiction only. Section 164 of CRPC states that only a judicial magistrate, not police officer, only judicial magistrate can record a confessional statement to ensure it is made voluntarily. A police officer cannot record confession under section 164. A judicial official in general term, but only judicial magistrate have this power. So its right answer is option D, that is judicial magistrate having a jurisdiction only. Question number 61. The provision relating to plea bargaining is not applicable in following case. Option A, socio-economic offense. Option B, offense against women. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. Its right answer is option C, both A and B. Um, Plea bargaining is basically not allowed in socio-economic offense like corruption, tax fraud, or offenses against women like rape, molestation, dowry, death, etc. So its right answer is option C, that is both A and B. What is socio-economic offense? Offenses such as corruption, frauds, tax frauds, etc. Question number 62. When two or more persons agree to do an illegal act or an act which is not illegal by illegal means, option A, abatement by conspiracy. Option B, abatement by aid. Option C, criminal conspiracy. Option D, abatement. Its right answer is option C, that is criminal conspiracy. Section 120A and 120B of IPC defines criminal conspiracy as an agreement between two or more persons to commit an illegal act. Question number 63. The provisions regarding provisions regarding seditions are given. Option A, under section 124 of IPC, under section 124A of IPC, under section 121 of the IPC. Option D, that is section 130 of IPC. Its right option is option A, that is section 124 of IPC, and section 124A of section 124 of IPC defines sedition as bring hatred or disaffection against the government through word, sign, or visual representation. Wait, let me just confirm the answer. Hmm. Question number 63. Its right option is option B, not A, B, section 124. Both are similar, but the provision regarding the sedition is mentioned in section 124A, that defines sedition as bring hatred or disaffection against the government through word, sign, or visual representation. Okay, so its right option is option B. Question number 64. A suit may be dismissed under Order 9. A suit may be dismissed under Order 9, option A, where the summons is not served upon the defendant in consequence of the plaintiff's failure to pay the cost for service of summons. Second, where neither the plaintiff nor the defendant appears. Question third, where plaintiff after summons returned unserved, where plaintiff after summons returned unserved failed for 7 days to apply for fresh summons, where plaintiff after summons returned unserved failed for 7 days to apply for fresh summons. Option 4, where on the date of fixed for hearing in a suit only, the defendant appears and he does not admit the plaintiff's claim. Which one is correct? Option A, first, second, third. Option B, first, third, fourth. Option C, first, third, fourth. They both are same. Option D, all of the above. 64th right option is option D. That is all of the above. Section, if we say Order 9 of CPC deals with the dismissal of suits due to non-appearance of parties or failure to serve summons. Question number 65. The ex officio chairman of the Council of State, ex officio chairman of the Council of State is option A, the president, option B, speaker of Lok Sabha, option C, vice president, option D, one of the above. President, नहीं, नहीं. Its right option is option C, that is vice president. The vice president of the India is the ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, or which is also known as Council of States. So right answer is option C. Question number 66. Right to property in India is option A, fundamental right, option B, constitutional right, option C, statutory right, option D, legal right. Its right answer gonna be option B, I guess, which is constitutional right. Yeah, it's option B, that is constitutional right. It was before, early it was fundamental right, but uh, it has been removed from that, from fundamental right, and it is mentioned in Article 300A or 301A. So it became the constitutional right, but not the fundamental right. Question number 67. Which of the following rates means to produce the body of a person? Option A, certiorari, option B, quo warranto, option C, prohibition, option D, habeas corpus. Its right option is option, that is option D, which is habeas corpus. Question number 68. Delegated legislation and delegated legislation was declared constitutional. Delegated legislation was declared constitutional in option A, Berubari case, options B, Ray Delhi Laws Act case, option C, Keswanand Bharti case, option D, Maneka Gandhi case. Its right option is option B, that is Ray Delhi Laws Act case. So delegated legislation was declared constitutional in Ray Delhi Laws Act case. Question number 69. A prospectus which does not include complete particulars of the quantum or price of securities included therein is known as a prospectus which does not include complete particulars of the quantum or price of the securities included therein known as option A self prospectus, option B memorandum, option C red herring prospectus, option D issuing house. Its right option is option C, that is red herring prospectus. Question number 70. When there is no profit in 1 year, or the profit of a company is not enough to pay the fixed dividend on preference shares, the arrears of dividends are to be carried forward and paid before a dividend is paid on the ordinary shares. This is called option A participating preference shares, option B cumulative preference shares, option C non-cumulative preference shares, option D non-participating preference shares. Its right option is option B, that is cumulative preference shares. Question number 71. Industrial dispute means any dispute or difference between option A employers and employers, option B employers and workmen, option first point is employers and employers, second point employers and workmen, third workmen and workmen, four master and worker. Options we have first and second, option B 4, option C 1 2 3 and 4 all, option D 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Its right option is option C, not C but D. That is employer and employer, employer and workman, workman and workman. Question number 72. Who among the following cannot transfer an immovable property? Who among the following cannot transfer an immovable property? Option A Hindu widow, option B Muslim widow, option C natural guardian of a minor, option D Karta or manager of joint Hindu family. Its right option is option B, that is Muslim widow. Question number 73. The doctrine of lis was explained in the leading case of option A Bellamy versus Sabine, option B Cooper versus Cooper, option C stratifized versus stratified, sta- straight 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 fist straight fist banam straight field. Oh, straight fist versus straight field. Option D tulk tulk versus Moxway. Tulk versus Moxway. Its right option is option A, that is Bellamy versus Sabine. Wait, let me just confirm it. Yeah, it's option A, Bellamy versus Sabine. Next question, question number 74. X strike A. A is by this provocation excited to violent rage. Y, a bystander intending to make advantage of A's rage and to cause him kill X, gives a revolver into A's hand for that purpose. A kills X with the revolver. Option A. A is liable for committing murder and Y is liable for abetting murder. Option B. A is liable for committing culpable homicide and Y is not liable. Option C. A is liable for committing culpable homicide and Y is liable for abetting culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Option D. A is not liable and Y is liable for abetting murder. Its right option is option A, that is A is liable for committing murder and Y is liable for abetting murder. So under IPC, A intentionally killed X, which amounts to murder, section 300 IPC, and Y's act of providing the revolver with the intent to facilitate the killing makes him guilty of abetment under section 10107 IPC. So committing murder under section 300 and abetting of murder, that is under section 307. Question number 75. Right to legal aid was recognized as a fundamental right under Article 21 Indian Constitution in case of option A. Husinara Khatun versus Home Secretary State of Bihar. Option B. M.H. Hoskote versus State of Maharashtra. Option C. Madhu Mehta versus Union of India. Option D. Rudal Shah versus State of Bihar. Its right option is option A, that is Hosanara Khatun versus Home Secretary State of Bihar. The case Hosanara Khatun versus State of Bihar 1979 established that free legal aid is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution. Question number 76. In which country was the concept of PU originated? Oh, sorry, this is PIL. I can see here PIL. Option A, United Kingdom. Option B, United States of America. Option C, India. Option D, Australia. Its right option is option B, that is from United States of America. Question number 77. A question suggesting that Answers which the person putting it wishes or expects to receive is called option A indecent questions, option B leading questions, option C improper questions, option D proper question. A question suggesting the answer which the person putting it wishes or expect to receive it is called indecent question, leading question, improper question, or proper question. Its right option is option B, that is leading question. A leading question is one that suggests the answer, typically used in cross examinations in court. Question number 78. Option of puberty is a ground of divorce under Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Option A, only husband. Option B, only wife. Option C, both husband and wife. Option D, none of the above. Its right option is option B, that is only wife. Under section 13, subsection 2, under section 13, subsection 2, subsection 4 of the Hindu Marriage Act, a wife can seek divorce if she was married before attaining puberty and repudiated the marriage after attaining the age of 15 but before turning 18. Question number 79. Which section of Hindu Marriage Act 1955 provides that a child from a void marriage would be legitimate? Option A, Section 11, option B, Section 13, option C, Section 12, option D, Section 16. Its right option is option D, that is Section 16. Section 16 of the Hindu Marriage Act states that children born for from a void or voidable marriage are legitimate. Question number 80. Which of the following appears to contribute the global cooling rather than global warming? Which of the following appears to contribute to global cooling rather than global warming? Option we have nitrous nitrous oxide. Option B aerosol sols aerosols. Option C methane. Option D CFC. Its right option is option D, that is CFC, that is chlorofluorocarbons. Option 80, I guess aerosols. Sorry, not CFC but aerosol. 80 का right answer is B, that is aerosols. Aerosols. Question number 81. A and B agree to fence with each other for amusement. For amusement, this agreement implies the consent of each to suffer any harm which, in the course of fencing, may be caused without foul play, and if A, while playing fairly, hurts B, A commits no offence. The provisions are given under option A, section 87, section 85, section 86, section 88. Its right option is option A, that is section 87. That is question number 81. Its right option is section 87. Section 87 of IPC states that no offence is committed if harm is caused with the consent of the person, provided it does not lead to death or grievous hurt. Question number 82. The provision of the right of private defense are given. The provision of the right and the provision of the right of private defense are given under section 96 to 108 of IPC, under section 94 to 106 of IPC, under section 96 to 106 of IPC, under section 95 to 106 of IPC. Its right option is option 6, option C, that is from under section 96 to 106 of IPC. Question number 83. The parties which cannot be compelled to perform a specific performances of contract are provided in which section of a specific act? Option we have section 27, section 28, section 29, section 30. So the parties which cannot be compelled to perform a specific performance of contract are provided in which of the section of a specific relief act? Its right option is option B, that is under section 28. Specific relief act. Its right answer is option section 20, section 28, which is option B. Question number 84. Which kind of property is transferable? Option we have pension, option B public office, option C right to re-entry, option D any kind of property if not prohibited by law. Its right option is option D, that is any kind of property if not prohibited by law. What kind of property is transferable? Any kind of property is transferable if it is not prohibited by law. Question number 85. Which of the following does not come under the immovable property as per TP Act? Which of the following does not come under the immovable property as per the TP Act? Option A, sales of a ceiling fan. Option B, right to claim maintenance. Option C, right relating to lease. Option D, testamentary right. Its right option is option A, sales of a ceiling fan. Question number 86. State of UP versus Nawab Hussain 1977 relates to option A, res sub judice, option B, res judicata, option C, constructive res judicata, option D, deemed res judicata. Its right option is option C, constructive res judicata. Question number 87. X is living in Pune and Y, his brother, in Mumbai. X wants to file a suit for partition of their joint property situated in Delhi and Bangalore. Option A, the suit may be instituted in Delhi only. The suit may be instituted in Bangalore only. The suit may be instituted either in Delhi or Bangalore. Option D, none of the above. Its right option is option C. The suit may be instituted either in Delhi or Bangalore. Question number 88. An immovable property held by Y is situated at Bhopal. An immovable property held by Y is situated at Bhopal, and the wrongdoer personally works for gain at Indore. A suit to obtain compensation for wrong to the property may be instituted. Option B have at Bhopal. Option B at Indore. Option C either at Bhopal or at Indore. Option D none of the above. Its right option is option C, either at Bhopal or at the Indore. Question 89. Under which section of Income Tax Act 1961 income of other person included in SSC's total income? Option A section 56 to 58, option B section 60 to 65, option C section 45 to 54, option D all of the above. Its right option is option B, that is from 66 to 65. Question number 70. A period of 12 months commencing on the first day of April of every year is known as option A is assessment year, option B leap year, option C previous year, option D none of the above. None of the above. Its right option is option A, that is assessment year. Every period of 12 months commencing on the first day of April of every year is known as assessment year. Question number 91. Which section of the Information Technology Amendment Act 2008? Which section of Information Technology Amendment Act 2008 deals with the validity of contracts formed through electronic means? Option A Section 12, Option B Section 10A, Option C Section 11, Option D that is Section 13. Its right option is option B, that is Section 10A. Question number 92. Joint sitting of both houses of parliament may be called by. Joint sitting of both houses of parliament may be called by. Option A Speaker, Option B Chairman, Option C President, Option D Prime Minister. Right option is option C, that is President. Question number 93. Specific relief dash where the agreement is made with minor can get. A specific relief can get where the agreement is made with minor cannot be given, can release. Option D implemented with law. Its right option is option B cannot be given. Specific relief cannot be given where the agreement is made with minor. Question number 94. A person entitled to the possession or a specific immovable property may rest in the manner provided. किसी व्यक्ति द्वारा विशिष्ट अचल अचल संपत्ति पर कब्जा किए पर इसे किस तरह से निकलवाया जा सकता है? ऑप्शन ए द कोड ऑफ प्रोसीजर. व्हाट इज दिस? प्रक्रिया का. इंडियन रजिस्ट्रेशन एक्ट. ऑप्शन सी इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट. ऑप्शन डी ट्रांसफर ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट. आई डोंट नो विच एक्ट इज द कोड ऑफ प्रोसीजर. इज इट अ एक्ट? आई डोंट नो. 94. इट्स राइट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन ए. इसका द कोड ऑफ प्रोसीजर. अरे ये कौन सा एक्ट है? द कोड ऑफ प्रोसीजर एक्ट 1908. वेट. द कोड ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर है. द कोड ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर 1908 में वही आया था ना. इंडियन रजिस्ट्रेशन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है. हाँ सिविल सिविल. इसका ऑप्शन ए होगा द कोड ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर एक्ट 1908. क्वेश्चन नंबर 95. Section 39 of a specific relief act deals with option A, registration of instrument, option B, cancellation of instrument, option C, correctness of instrument, option D, none of the above. And its right option is option D, none of the above. Question number 96. A dumb witness given his evidence in writing in the open court. Such evidence would be treated as option A, oral evidence, option B, documentary evidence, option C, secondary evidence, option D, primary evidence. Its right option is option A, that is oral evidence. Question number 97. Under the Indian Evidence Act, which of the following is not a court? Option A, persons legally authorized to take evidence. Option B, judge. Option C, magistrate. Option D, arbitrators. Its right option is option D, that is arbitrators. Question number 98. Which of the following section of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988 defines the term owner? Option A, section 2, subsection 30. Option B, section 2, subsection 31. Option C, section 2, subsection 25. Option D, section 2, subsection 32. Its right option is option A, that is section 2, subsection 30, which defines the term owner. Question number 99. Under Land Acquisition Act 1894, an industrial concern ordinarily employing not less than dash workmen owned by an individual or by an association of individuals, and not being a company desiring to acquire erection of dwelling houses for workmen employed by the concern or for the provision of amenities directly connected therewith shall, so far as concerns the acquisition of such land, be deemed to be a company for the purpose of this part, and the reference to company in section 4, 5A, 6, 7, 6, 7 and 50 shall be interpreted as references also to such concern. Fill in the blanks. Options we have 100, option B 200, option C 300, option D 400. Its right option is option A, that is 100. Question number 100, which is the last question of this question paper. Question number 100 says, under Land Acquisition Act 1894, under Land Acquisition Act 1894, the expression company means option A company as defined in section 3 of Companies Act 1956 other than a government company referring to in clause CC. Option B, a company as defined in section 2 of the Companies Act 1956 other than a government company referred to in clause C. Option C, a company as defined in section 1 of the Companies Act 1956 other than a government referred to in clause CC. Option D, a company as defined in section 9 of the Companies Act 1956 other than a government company referred to in clause C. Its right option is option A, that is a company as defined in section 3 of the Companies Act 1956 other than a government company referred to in clause C. C. So its right option is option A, and with this we have just finished our AIBE 13 previous year question paper. Okay, so thank you to all.